That's gonna be a tough act to follow, boys.
Last set, more rep. Let's go. Beautiful.
Oh, what's up, everybody? We have no energy. Except for Aaron, he has 250 grams carbs in. Look at how big this motherfucker is looking right now. He said, Jared, I'm gonna eat carbs so I can make you look bad in the video.
Oh my God, I'm just gonna be Jared for an hour. And just...
Yeah. This morning he recorded the video and he basically is gonna make a rep counter of how many times I'm like, oh.
It's a drinking game now.
It's a drinking game. So go watch that video if you wanna drink, have a good time. You're gonna be fucked up in like 5 minutes, so.
Or we could do it like, you could do a genius protein shot every time he sighs.
And you will shit your pants promptly an hour later.
But you'll be jacked.
We're gonna do our delts and biceps PM session. We've done one of these a couple weeks ago now, and you guys responded well to it. So we'll try to give some tips, tricks of the trade. I have a little bit of energy at the moment. I have no idea where it came from. We're gonna get this done.
Carbs. I haven't had carbs in about 8 days. Feels so nice.
I think it's the aroma. You're like sweating off, and I'm breathing in the glycogen.
What you can smell is cinnamon chicks.
Oh! Cable curls. I believe I might have matched these last time. This is our second bicep lateral delt session of the week. First pull session. So we have more delts this time. We had more biceps last time. That's kind of how I alternate them.
We actually did these lying down last time.
Did we? Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to do them? Stick to it?
Yeah. I think I didn't program that. I didn't change it.
I'll just put it in the notes.
So we had the lying down ones. It's not standing. So we're going to go ahead and do... Yeah, I did my rep match. So my rep match these 3 total sets. The other session was delt emphasis. I still do my biceps first. I always do my biceps first, like I talked about in the other session. So we're going to do 3 sets here. And then we're going to have 2 lateral delt exercises. One's a cable face pull. One is a cable Y raise. That'll be lateral delt bicep session number 2 of the week. The next one's tomorrow, where we alternate that. More bicep, less delt. And then the next one is Friday after that. Do your arms fill out first when you carb up?
That's a secret, Cat.
It's not a fucking secret.
I'm always full.
I'm always full.
I'm always
angry. You haven't got to see the last few days. We haven't recorded. Well, this one's fucking rough. Like rough. Just on every possible level. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Work, gym, personal life. But we've been getting through it. It's good to have Aaron and my brother training with me. Like I said, this is like the most energy you're going to see me have probably for the rest of the series. Because I don't know where this is coming from, but it's here. Enjoy it. I'll give you some tips and tricks and all that good stuff. Because you're probably not going to get much on the other days.
This Arsenal rack's a lot heavier than the Life Fitness one, though.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Like 30 pounds difference.
So guys, this lying curl variation is a really good stretch variation. You see the lying dumbbells? I'm trying to, you're not just curling up and letting it fall. They're trying to like stretch out. The cue I like to give for the lying dumbbell is reach towards your heels. And this makes that cue a lot easier. Really push your elbows in on the way up and then reach towards your heels as it's coming down. Don't let it just come down here. It's a little easier that way. So reach toward the heels, up. And it's just a really good stretch variation. We're noticing a lot with these stretch variations that you're actually able to create some growth proximally. So it's actually helping with the thickness and peak of the bicep, which I've noticed anecdotally pretty well. Aaron too, I think. But 2 days a week, I do some kind of stretch variation. The other 2 days, it's just kind of like traditional bicep training. For me, it seems to be working very well. I've done it for the last year. Arms have improved a ton. So give it a shot, even if you think like they're fucking foo-foo bullshit exercises. Never throw something out just because like you see other people on the internet trashing it. Like I gave the whole unilateral single arm lat pull down bullshit for the longest time. I was like, this is dumb. And then I gave it a shot one day and I modified it a little bit to my liking. And the stretch I got on them was so fucking profound. I was like, oh, this is why people do this. This is fucking awesome. So I put them into my program for like a solid 2 or 3 mesocycles. It helped to tone my lat growth. So again, just because you see other fucking TikToking ass kids talking shit on stuff, saying like, oh, this is dumb because of blah, 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 made up biomechanics shit. Don't throw it out. Like, give it a try. How are you going to know once you try it out? And that's one thing Aaron especially is really good at, kind of like ingraining in people. Aaron, before we met, fucking just like hardcore, probably lower volume than we're doing now.
Basically flooding guts most of the years,
Flooding
right?
guts type of shit.
So, there was an intent and control and intensity, but not as much thought into wanting to force different ranges of motion, where I should spend a little bit more time here and there, understanding a bit more about resistance profiles, all of this sort of stuff, which at first I thought was just overkill. I'm like, is this just overcomplicating things? But then when you actually just shut the fuck up and listen for a minute, it's not complicated at all. It's just having a better understanding of how you're building your muscle. And if you really buy into that and lean into it, you're going to, even if you like all of it is maybe not applicable to you because of feel, but I guarantee if you just open your mind a little bit to what is essentially an ever-evolving world, we're all, like Jared always says, like with this galaxy of planets and we're all trying to reach that black hole of truth. Some things are closer to the truth than others, but we're all trying to get there. That mindset is essential to not just physical growth, but your personal mental growth as well. And you open your mind up, you're going to learn some things that you may have written off before, but I'm fucking a perfect example of, I'd say not a perfect example, it's a bit big-headed, but I've made some ridiculous gains in the last year and a half if you've been watching. And results leave clues, right?
To that note, even Aaron, to me, has shown me a lot with like a lot of these peptides and things of that nature. I just wasn't bought in too much on some of this shit. Give it a try. And I'm the least susceptible person to like any sort of bias. Like you tell me something works, I'm like, okay, give it here. And I'm not the type of person that's going to be like, oh yeah, definitely. You tell somebody what they're going to feel and then they start to feel that thing. It's just kind of something that you notice in anecdotes in science. It's just placebos exist.
Yeah.
And
You have to plant the seed though, right?
and then people do that and then they'll try something like, dude, it definitely helped my joints. They felt so much better. And I'm like, you will never catch me on that shit, ever. I am so goddamn...
You're very analytical, right? So you do it, what is essentially how people should approach everything and anything is, I'll plant a seed. I'll say something to Jared like, you could maybe leverage this or take this or try this, or have you tried this variation of that or this exercise or this food or maybe this mineral electrolyte balance, anything. You plant the seed, what he's going to do is go away, dig deep into it, most likely try it if it makes sense, if past the actual data, if the data kind of makes sense and it shows some promise, then do actual real trial and error with real data collection. So you're not just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got like 10% extra energy today, but you're not really sure. Like if you're actually really collecting all the data, the same way as you do with logbooks here and with diet and with training, then you're actually going to have a real feedback response. You're going to have a genuine opinion on if something actually works well for you. Because all of these things that we talk about and use, especially now with all the new research chemicals, peptide space, it's very early days.
Yeah.
And one thing I know for sure is not everything works for everyone. The devil is in the dose, the duration, individual analysis and individual needs. Like I could just sit here and go on and on about it, but have an open mind, do your homework properly, don't just listen to fucking random people on forums that have no idea what they're talking about, and just do your due diligence and approach things in a intelligent way.
Yeah.
and you'll figure out what works and what doesn't.
100%. Aaron's was kind of like a preemptive, because he kind of knew some of the things that I would integrate if we trained together, but he was like, fuck it, let's give it a go. Mine's kind of like post-emptive, where I'm like, he says something and I'm like, so I look into it a fuckload. And then I'm like, data's not that promising. Let me just modify this one variable like he said, we'll see what happens. And oftentimes I'm like, yeah, don't feel shit. Sometimes I'm like, damn, this thing actually worked. And it's just cool, because like we get to bounce ideas off of each other all the time. So again, open-minded. We've both been very open-minded in this process. I'm a little more what you would call Cartesian skepticism, which is like you're almost too skeptical sometimes. But having a level of skepticism that's healthy is not a bad thing. Don't be so Cartesian about it that you're like me sometimes, where you're like, fuck that, you don't even give it a try. It takes a while to talk me into some shit.
Yeah. You're never going to hear him say, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Without knowing anything about it first. So, there's ways of going about things. But in general, especially with the training, in the training world, this is the one thing, people are so fucking stubborn. And this is like this, every year we learn something new. There's a new study. Brad's in the lab and working on new studies and shit all the time, putting out really good data. Yeah. These guys are breaking it down, putting it into practice, seeing what actually works. And then coming together like, yeah, this potentially could help this, that, and the other. And it's just an ever-evolving snowball of knowledge that just gets bigger and bigger. Or you can just think the same, remain the same, and probably look the same in a few years' time. Or worse.
And just be hurt all the time. Yeah, that's where me and Aaron kind of really got along at first, was I think both training was our passion, and all my degrees are about this shit. So me and Aaron have really jived on that stuff. It's been fucking cool.
I'm still waiting to see this evidence-based data on whether Crocs they're fucking anabolic. You'll have your soon enough spike in your estrogen so much. That's why you're so emotional all the time. Let's go. Fuck it. Good set. Is that one of the OG layer hoodies?
Yeah. I think they still sell these.
I haven't seen that one. I think they discontinued those ones. It's like a university. I like to wear stuff like that so I can pretend that it looks like I actually went to school.
Oh, really? Hell yeah. Notice he's getting that full stretch at the bottom. He actually leans back a little bit. Keeps a big chest at the bottom, so it really stretches biceps out. Good shit. He's pulling his shoulders back and pushing his chest up. Fuck yeah. Let's go, Aaron. Crazy. Crazy, let's go.
Oh. Oh. The lying cable cow's fucking awesome. But you don't have that cut off of an angle with the cable in that lengthened position. So you have to almost create it a little bit. Almost intentionally kind of hyperextend your elbows to really generate a bit more tension. Arms looking pretty fucking beefy. Jesus, Jared. Up.
Did you have any carbs as well?
Ah, shit.
Well, could have fooled me. Set my rep. Let's go. Beautiful. Slow and nasty. Look at that shelf there as well. Let's fucking go, Jared. Come on. Olympia lineup shit now. Let's go. Yes. Fuck yeah.
Fire. One more set here. Same thing. These are rough. Fuck, Aaron. Go on. We got 3 more. You got to beat Joe. Fuck yeah. Oh, we got another one. Fuck yeah, Aaron. My fucking man.
Oh. Woo.
So that's going to be a tough act to follow, boys.
Yeah, so my ankle's like full.
That's fine. Yep, rep that count. Let's go. Yes. Let's go, Jared. Into bad reps. Beautiful. Yes. Stretch. Yes. Strong. Finish.
That's how the intensity should look on everything, not just legs. Next is Y raise. We did machine lateral. You want to go with the Y raise, or are your forearms pretty cooked from that?
I can put my hands in the D handles, like cuffs.
Y raises.
Unless they've got a new lateral raise, but I don't think they have, right?
I'm in the stage of prep where my pumps last approximately 5 seconds after I finish a set, so I'm pretty fucked. We're gonna move on to these Y raises. From there, we have cable face pulls with the modifications that I made to them that you saw in that last arm session. And that's the whole session for the PM. I'm a fan of doing, especially the high step count right now. I'll knock out a good 4 or 5K prior to my PM session, not after. After, especially deep into prep, go home, get the nutrients in, get the protein. You stimulate it to your muscles that you want to grow. Why are we getting on cardio machines afterwards? Makes no sense. Apply the stimulus, get the fuck home, eat food. Separate your cardio from your training completely, if possible, or prior at a low intensity if you have to do it before or around your session. That's the best way to do that. All the post-training cardio makes no fucking sense to me, especially if you're doing something like stairs. You're just depleting glycogen further. You stimulate it to your muscles, you're ready to grow, but now you're putting it off, stimulating APK further. Do the cardio when it makes sense. Get the food when it makes sense. Save the glycogen for the session. Keep it low intensity. Steps are great. yeah, guys, if you have any cardio questions below, I've written tons of papers on this kind of shit. So feel free to let me know. There's always use cases. If it's hit, you got 10 minutes of it. You just hit a hard session and you wanted to save your glycogen for the session. Fuck yeah, do the hit after. I don't really program hit too often unless somebody really, really needs it. They have a busy, busy life and that's the only time they can get it in. You just didn't know if you'd have enough time to finish. You had to get home to the kids. But you realize, oh, I got 20 extra minutes. I can do some cardio now after you work out. Do the training first. That makes sense. So if you have more control over your schedule, do it at the times that are the best. Ooh. Because it's delt emphasis, 10 to 15 range in the lateral. No intensity techniques. I save that for the one tomorrow, where I only have 3 sets. I moderate match a seated lateral machine in the 15 to 20 range. When I'm emphasizing a muscle or I'm emphasizing a specific push or pull, so let's say horizontal pulling, for example, tends to be in those lower, more heavy compound ranges that you would see 7 to 15. So if I'm doing flat bench emphasis, but I have one vertical press, the flat benching stuff, the next horizontal exercise, they'll be in that 7 to 15, depending on what they are, whether it's a barbell or Smith or whatever. And that vertical might be more in that 15, 20 range, 10 to 15 range if I'm massing. So that's what we're doing here with the delts. No intensity technique, 3 sets facefuls, 6 total sets for the lateral and rear delts. Mostly in that 10 to 15 range. Rear face pulls are a tricky one because I do like to do them in 15 to 20 range. I think I did 60 top end last week. So I'll check the app and I'll do that next. Unless that lists. Aaron, you have to wear shirts from now on. This is my channel, okay?
Huh?
You have to wear shirts from now on. This is my channel. I want people to look at me.
You're my channel. Who are you kidding?
I don't know. One video I did of myself, 82,000 views. The last 4 or 5 videos I do with Aaron, maybe total bet.
What the fuck, guys?
I think it was just perfect thumbnail, perfect title. The content, it knows the content.
Arms.
It knows what we're talking
arms.
about.
This one will top it then. This is the challenge. This is freaking arm day in delts. If this doesn't get over those numbers, I'm out.
Guys, help me keep my training partner. 100K views, please.
If it gets 100K views, I won't fight back when the crocs show up.
Hey, you can't fight back anyway, son of a bitch. What's its name? My youth named it Squiggly and Squirmy Wormy. Wormy and Squirmy Wormy.
It's cute, isn't it? I remember my first pump.
Hey,
So I've got a different name for those veins. Well, there's a reason why these things start throbbing, and it ain't because of the training. But that's for...
somewhere in there was a dick joke, guys.
No. If you think about it, you'll know what I'm saying. Me and Jared have got a little yellow fever.
Oh,
If you know, you know.
oh.
Oh,
What up?
no. Oh, that's what you mean. All right, let's see if I can get some vein action going. Ooh. I got some wormies too.
He's got big bulging biceps. His fucking arms are stupid. I don't even want to do this next to you. Fuck this guy. It's my channel.
You can hover over the thumbnails in it.
Yeah.
Starts to play, and then you actually have the intro, so
Yeah.
it's kind of that. All right, last set. Is last set best set?
Ah, kill me. Things that grind my gears. Just delts, Aaron, just delts. Come on. If you guys want an intensity technique for the lateral delts, they're in the final week of, let's say, a mesocycle. Fatigue's decent. Something like what he just did isn't a terrible idea. He did use a little momentum on the concentric. As long as you can control the eccentric and do some length and partials, that's not a terrible intensity technique. It's going to cause more fatigue. It's not something I would do early in the meso, but that is one use case for momentum on the concentric phase. The issue with that is some people will see that and then they won't do the eccentric either with control. If you're going to use that technique, you might see it on bent rows sometimes. At least control the eccentric a fuckload and just understand it's going to cause a lot of fatigue. So I know I talked about this before. I'm a fan of this grip here. It allows me to clear my head at the top. This is probably a decent height. And then we had 90, I believe. Again, I like to clear the forehead at the top. So it looks like this.
Not just rear delts, huh?
Yeah. Nice. God damn.
God damn. These actually light up my lateral delts a lot.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome.
Everyone always thinks rear delt, face pulls rear delts only. I guess you've probably already explained this, like
Yeah,
hand
feel free,
position.
man.
Well, think about
There's no such thing as too much cueing. If something sticks with somebody, it's better.
back of your hand, in line with your lateral, in line with your medial delts here. Well, what's different about that? I'm still, this to there is still happening, just on a different path. You get loads of lateral delt there. If I want to get just rear delts, you kind of, there's none of this really going on. Like a face pull here, I feel like is going to hit more trap and rear delt, or something a little wider, but throw the backs of your hands as far back over your head as you can, and make sure your hands are the furthest thing back. And that's where I really feel it the most. If you're like here, and your hands aren't the furthest thing back, I feel like you can feel more if you're here rather than like here. So like deliberately throw your hands back, and my wrists stayed pretty straight here. Don't know, I don't really, it doesn't sound very technical, but.
No, it's great. Cool thing about these too, we're doing these on our horizontal rowing emphasis day. Most of you guys train once a day. This is on this day for a reason. And it's a little added volume to your traps as well and your rhomboids. This is hitting your rear delts, your lateral delts, your traps, a little more rhomboid too. So it's kind of just like a nice little thing to cap off the session if you are training one time a day and doing like a pull session. Try to add these in. Sure. So this is what it looks like to have your pump disappear in 2 seconds from having no carbs to having the most obnoxious bicep and delt pump ever.
You still look pretty fucking, since you got freaky roundness.
Yeah. My delts are always pumped. That's the secret. That's the secret, Cat.
I'm always pumped.
My delts are always pumpy. Yeah. Appreciate you watching. We shared some good tips here. I'm glad I had enough energy to at least give some educational stuff in this one. Go subscribe to Aaron's channel if you like the big British guy. Show him some love, because I've been shitting on him a lot about how his videos do so bad on my channel. But we all know that you love him. I do, or else he wouldn't be my training partner.
Don't like the British thing. Just
what
say
it
in the
is.
comments, because
That's what it is.
I rock this West Texan.
He can do this on
I
the
can do
whole
West
video.
Texas all day long.
He can do this the whole video.
All day long. I'll just make all my videos
If you
like
guys
this.
want a whole video of Aaron speaking in this accent, leave a like, comment below.
Consider it done.
Appreciate y'all watching.